Happy New Year. Ajahn, Dr. James here, reaching out to you from the Thai Yoga Center here in sunny Brooksville, Florida, just north of Tampa. You know, today it was 80 degrees and sunshine out today. Just one good reason to come and take new class or additional classes here at the Thai Yoga Center in the wintertime. I don't know if it's 80 degrees and sunshine where you live, but if you're looking for that, that's just one more good reason to be here. I'm coming to you today because I want to reach out to former students, current active students going through the program, and give you some updates and reminders about resources that have been created for you to both help you continue your practice, to dig deeper into your practice, to market your practice, to be able to offer variations in services to your clients, and certainly to be able to communicate with them what it is that you have to offer, as well as to promote the system that you're practicing. And I'm especially reaching out to you if you're practicing under NAIC, Legal Shield, that there are services that are specifically appropriate for you that are more valuable now than ever before. But I'm just going to run through a list I have here, and hopefully this won't take too long, and you'll either be reminded or get some new information that you weren't really aware of. All right. First thing is in sort of co-promotion and communication about the Thai Yoga Center and the programs that we have to offer here is if you have an Instagram account, I want you to go over here to the Thai Yoga Center and on Instagram, and I want you to become a friend, follower, and like some of the posts that we do there and increase our audience so that you'll get notices when I post updates and sometimes images and things like these are good images about like the benefits of 25 benefits of SomaVeda Thai Yoga on immune health. That's a really good one, you know, and others, but help us promote our Instagram channel, well, at least as long as we have one. And that's simple enough. The next thing is, if you're a graduate of any of our programs, I'd like to invite you to go to Thai Yoga Center business profile on yelp.com. That's yelp.com. And right there at the top, it says a big red button with a star says write a review. And that if you're positively aspected, that you would please write a brief review of how training in SomaVeda Thai Yoga at the Thai Yoga Center has benefited from you and how you would recommend it to other people. Apparently, a lot of people look at Yelp, and we really need to get some more profiles on there, reviews, and your review would be so helpful in doing that. Okay, next thing is I'm going to go to, very important, especially if your practice is located in someone else's property. In other words, if you're renting or co-sharing a space, any kind of a space where you're practicing your SomaVeda Thai Yoga and or Ayurveda and natural medicine, ministerial consulting, and so on, then I want to recommend that you do take advantage of our specific professional liability insurance, which is for SENM Thai Yoga Center grads. It's through the company. It's called Alternative Balance. And right here on the Thai Yoga Center website, if you go in the search bar, for example, on the top right here, and you type in insurance, okay, and hit enter, then you'll get through the search bar, you'll get a couple of links, and the very top one will say new professional liability. You click on that, And then that will actually take you to the alternative balance insurance. And you'll notice that our insurance that we've arranged with them, I worked this out myself with them at the end of 2019, covers all the modalities that we actually practice in SomaVeda. So we have yoga liability, wellness liability, and if you actually look a little further, you're going to see a nice list here of adjuncts that are covered under our insurance policy: Ayurveda, yoga therapy, energy work, wellness and life coaching, nutritional consultant or therapist, herbalist consultant, ear candling, naturopathy, aromatherapy, EFT, BET, etc., etc. A couple of these will require an additional fee, but the general professional, okay, is only $249 a year, and there's no charge for the additional insured premises coverage. So back to what I originally started the insurance discussion on. If you are with someone else in a cooperative space, multi-practitioner space, you're leasing a commercial space, even as a partnership in a wellness center or something like that, you want to have what's called an additional insured premises coverage for the landlord for the other space, okay? And there's no charge for that. If you have the insurance, you just simply have to make a note of that when you get your insurance. If you are not practicing professionally and have not set up your own practice or business or ministry, but you're doing it as a part-time thing while you're still going through your class, like maybe you're in the CTP1 distance learning program and you haven't graduated yet, but you still want to practice on people and have some liability protection, you can get the student policy for only $189. But keep in mind, the second you graduate, you have to bump up to the professional program. Now, I don't know. You could contact them and ask them if you could just pay the difference and continue, or if you'd have to purchase an entirely new insurance program. But either way, I have it. We have it on the property here, on the classroom, and I recommend it. I highly recommend it to you. Moving on. Next thing is a new service I've been offering for the last year, and it is something that I offer to you as a client. I offer two clients, your clients, my clients, and also something that you can invest in and where you can do your own energy frequency assessments as an adjunct to your existing practice. And you can actually make a little extra money doing so by adding a service and having an upsell and an additional service fee. It's called the AO Scan, Digital Frequency Body Analyzer Technology. And right here is a picture of the AO Scan device with the software loaded on it. Okay, and you can see a little video here. This is on the Thai Yoga Center, on the NWS or Natural Wellness Center Clinic pages at thaiyogacenter.com. You can read a very good description of what the AO Scan technology is and what it has to offer, the different programs that are included or which are part of it. And actually, there's more than this now. It's been recently updated. I need to update this as well. But it says what they are. And I want to say I've been using this for a year in the clinic and with students. And I am with myself and with my wife and with my brother. And I am very, very happy with the added insight that it gives me into what they're dealing with as health issues. And then also you can see here, it gives you this frequency charts and scan rates, but it also does treatments in real time. So it has several different modalities: music, light, therapy, homeopathy, radionics, where it can actually produce balancing tones, colors, and so on, which can be added during sessions, after sessions, between sessions, maintenance. You can do them as frequently as you want. They can be updated, and it compares past assessments with current assessments to give you a better idea of what's changing in the frequency body. Okay, here you can see that personally, as an MD, as a doctor and physician, OMD, ND, PhD, Ayurveda, et cetera, that I charge a good rate, 20 sessions in the SCAN protocol. I'm charging $2,400. Now, of course, I do discount that to students at about half price, okay? The 7-SCAN protocol, we're charging $945. So up to you what you charge. I always recommend you use our marketing plan to come up with what is the best pricing strategy for where you live. Now, if you want to add this technology to your practice, to your office, is very easy. You click right here. It says remote scanner purchase for in-home treatment only. You just click that link, and then that takes you to this page, which is the sign-up page for the AO scan, both for the device and for the app and software, either with the Blackview device or tablet, whichever one you want. Tablet's a little bigger. Maybe if you're doing Zoom conferences, it'll show up a little better, but that's up to you. Anyway, this is where you will sign up, and you just go up here to Quantum Living application and hit the drop down, and then you select what device you're interested in, the mobile, new model, or combo, and then just continue. You have to pick a service, which is a monthly service, put all your account info, mailing information, and so on, and there you go. You're in there, and you've got the device, and you can have that as an additional service, either an add-on, an upscale, or additional service. It's state-of-the-art. It's constantly being updated, and it simplifies many different assessments that we used to have to do on an individual basis, but which now one device can do. Can scan over 40,000 frequencies and give you a really good idea of what's going on with yourself or with your client or your client's family member. Up to you. Okay, moving on. Now at SomaVeda Thai Yoga Center, here's the ThaiYogaCenter.com. Okay, and I want to say, what was I coming on here for? I wanted to look at, well, if you've already graduated from CTP1, okay, now, if you have not graduated from CTP1, okay, maybe you just did a level 1 or a level 2, all right, that's great, that's terrific, but now you need to go and you want to complete the Certified Thai Yoga Practitioner program. And right here on the Thai Yoga Center, under courses and programs in the menu, is the complete description of the CTP1 or 164-hour SomaVeda Thai Yoga Practitioner certification program. It gives the costs, but not the scholarships. Scholarships, of course, are on the scholarship page on the website. But if you ever have difficulty finding anything on the website, all you have to do is send me an email at nativeaic@somaveda.com or use the contact page on the website, and I'll send you the link. I'm happy to do that. If you have graduated from CTP1 more than a month ago, it's actually time for you to move to the next program, which is the Ayurveda Lifestyle Counselor Certificate Program, the ALC. Now, the ALC is a continuation of the CTP1. We used to call it the CTP2, but that doesn't quite describe the exhaustive emphasis that is on Ayurveda practice there. But it is continuing the education on the first CTP1, or first professional practitioner training in SomaVeda. It is the first practitioner program recognized by APNA, which I'm going to come back to in a minute or so, as a professional in Ayurveda. Okay. And it is not just a review. It's not just going back over the same things you learned in CTP1. For some reason, some people think that. It's really not. It has a ton, I mean a ton of new information. Yes, there is some review, which is all about refining your practice to make you more famous, to make you more like God's gift to hands, to make you more expert so that you can justify that you can make a living doing this work. In fact, you can make a fabulous living doing this work. But for example, it has 19 more than CTP1 components of Ayurveda core knowledge. You can review this list. It's on the website under the ALC. You can see it is it is in depth, okay, conceptually. And then there are 30 additional lessons in Ayurveda with video, lecture, and PDF textbooks on each of these, again, to improve your understanding. Okay, we also have more tapping under the EFT Professional Skills 3, because in CTP 1 you would have completed EFT 1 and 2. Okay, and also now for anyone in class who requests, I will issue you a separate professional certification in EFT at whatever level you've completed, which is qualifies you for member in the Energy Psychology Association of America. Etc. But anyway, it's something you can put on your wall. It shows you that you actually have professional certification in energy psychology. Okay, so that is the next class after CTP1. Now, if you've done the ALC, the next class after the ALC is the AHC, or Ayurveda Health Consultant. Okay, 17 days in class, and it has a ton of new information. Yes, it has some review, has some very detailed review, because now we're expecting you to be a more expert practitioner, so the critiques get more specific and personal to you and to your practice. Now, you can't get these corrections, and you can't get the advanced variations of these anywhere else. They're available nowhere else, not on the web, not anywhere, but I will teach you them in class. There are 29 more components of emphasis in Ayurveda, another 30 classes in Ayurveda. And I want to point this out. Everywhere in the country, there's 8 registered colleges of Ayurveda in the United States. We're one of them, okay? The average cost for the AHC program by itself, without the Thai Yoga emphasis, is $8,402. Okay, $8,402. As a review student, we will give you that course entirely with all the adjuncts for only $5,243. That is a ridiculous price. Okay, ridiculous price. If I made you an offer, for example, in the November program, that offer is good. We've extended it. It's only good till February 1st. And remember, this AHC program includes ALC and AHC at no extra charge. So you're really getting 2 full training certificate programs for that $5,243. If you have any questions about how that would work for you, please let me know. Of course, if you're in the teacher certification program, all of the Ayurveda programs are included. So the ALC is included, the AHC is included, the yoga therapist certification, which is a separate certification, other schools are charging $10,000 for. Okay, those are all included in the SomaVeda teacher certification program, and we have some excellent people who've graduated from this program, and they're actually considered to be some of the most expert teachers in the world today. And of course, all of these certificate programs credit to or are applicable in terms of hours and transfer credit and so on to any course at the SomaVeda College of Natural Medicine. Okay, so there you go. And I'm offering just a huge discount for the teacher training program. If you'll just send me an email or call me today or tomorrow, I'm offering a huge discount for this program to help you become more professional. And remember, teaching is the best way to enhance your living with Thai Yoga therapy. Clients are students, students are clients. And if you're a teacher, if you're actually conducting classes, you are actually generating more clients and more referrals. That's a fact. That's how it works. And if really making an income at the top level is important to you, then you want to be a teacher. If the mission of the work and bringing health and healing to the world as a form of true medicine, as the alternative to white coat allopathy, then you must become a teacher. And that is going to be something to think seriously about. That is either a teacher of Thai Yoga, or you're going to want to join us at the SomaVeda College of Natural Medicine for one of these amazing degree programs that we actually have. Okay. And we have 5 different degree programs. The one that I'm most highly recommending for you right now, okay, is actually what we call our, let's see, where is it? Is that it? Yes. Doctor of Arts in Traditional Medicine, the DSTIM, or the bare bones or fast track doctorate of Indigenous and Traditional Medicine. So, for example, the DSTIM is unique. It's unique. The reason it's unique is because it's one of the only college degree programs that from start to finish, including prerequisite, you can complete in 8 to 12 months. Last January, when you were thinking about bumping up your game and then you just procrastinated all year long and never did sign up for the college, for the doctorate, okay? Had you joined the college last January, you would be able to practice as a physician in traditional indigenous sacred medicine by now. You'd actually be practicing as a physician with a college degree by now in sacred traditional indigenous natural medicine, sacred naturopathic medicine. And you're not. You're still practicing as a practitioner. You're still going from hand to mouth. You're not able to promote yourself competitively in a market that is full of people with very little training who are dying to compete with you. And I want to say that having a doctorate behind your name gives you credibility. Ask anyone who has one. Ask anyone who has one. It's not misery loves company. This is what experts do. They go for the highest level, most in-depth level, the most comprehensive level of training and education they can possibly do or afford. And you have no excuse not to do this. Number one, because it's dirt cheap. Okay, you already get credit for the prerequisite if you've completed the CTP1, and you can do it in 8 to 12 months. Okay, I also want to go one more track here and just show you what some of the content looks like. Let's see. Where is that? Learning objectives. So I'm going to click that. Trying to move along pretty quick here. And if we scroll down, I want you to look at this content, blow your mind, okay? Indigenous traditional sacred medicine origins and practices, classical Ayurveda, advanced Ayurveda medicine. Remember, we're a registered college of Ayurveda. Our graduates qualify for professional membership in APNA, which I'm going to come back to in a second. Traditional Native American and Indigenous Aboriginal medicine. What other college is giving degrees that have this intensive education in traditional Native American medicine, Native American ceremonial medicine, Native American herbology, and traditional healing practices? Because we're a Native American tribal organization, we can offer an emphasis that literally almost nobody else either can or will. I don't know why, but it's the way it is. Filipino is indigenous medicine. That's a blunt halot. Folk medicine is also Native American medicine, believe it or not. It's what happened when the European traditions of homeopathy, naturopathy met Native Americans, and over 400 years integrated in the traditional path of the Appalachian Trail and the eastern and southeastern United States. And we're talking about Cherokee, Choctaw, we're talking about Seminole traditions integrating with the Irish medicine of Irish immigrants and German immigrants and so on, who settled in the Appalachian and Blue Ridge mountains of the eastern and southeast United States. Fabulous tradition. You can use this medicine today where you live right away. Folk medicine, Unani medicine. So let's don't leave out our Muslim brothers, because it's one of the great medicine traditions of the world. The largest Muslim countries in the world are Indonesia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and they have incredible medicine. Unani medicine, very important in India. In fact, the national part of the Ministry of Health that oversees traditional Ayurveda in India is called Ayush, and it regulates Unani and classic Ayurveda medicine. So in India, it's considered very, very important to Ayurveda practitioners at least have a working knowledge of the traditional Muslim-centric medicine, especially of North India, the Punjab area, and Pakistan. In APNA, we have many, many Muslim doctors who are members of APNA. Monastic Renaissance medicine is Christian medicine that dates back to the 11th century and was used as a primary care physician all over the world of Christendom for over 1,000 years. And it works today. The constituents and the principles of the traditional Christian monastic, biblically based medicine work as good today as they ever did. And I highly recommend it, just if you're interested in that alone. Norse indigenous medicine, that's Viking, Scythian, shamanism, plant. Of course, Native American indigenous church, we're derivative of the original Native American church, which established the legal right in the United States for Native people to use entheogens and plant medicines as primary sacrament in their healing ceremonies. So yes, we know quite a bit about it, and yes, we're going to teach you about it. And so then we go on and we have other courses, which I think and I hope that you would find interesting. Okay, now, only for graduates of CTP1, not for level 1 or level 2, only for CTP1 graduates. We have a Dropbox folder, which we send you a link to when you graduate, which is called your CTP1 files. And when you open that up in Dropbox, you see this menu right here. You see this menu right here, okay? And it has different folders and boxes, and these are to help support you in your practice. I'm going to go through a couple of them, okay? One, under legal guidelines, okay, I open that up, and I'm going to have, let's see if I can make this where you can see it a little better. think I can. Legal guidelines is a copy of the legal guidelines book, so you always have one. You can remind yourself about your NAIC ministry and practitioner guidelines anytime you want. If we go to this next one, Om Namo, Shivago mantra. Well, right here are the mantras, right? So you click on Om Namo Shivago mantra, and it's gonna open up as an MP3 file. And once that opens up as an MP3 file, let's see if it's gonna load for me. Well, you can download that, or you can play it. This is my teacher, Ajahn Sentor Chaichagan, at the Buntaltuk Northern Provincial Hill Tribe Hospital. I think I made this recording, I forget the exact year, it's on there, somewhere between 92 and 96 with permission. And I'm going to share that with you. And it's the long version. So the whole 14 minutes of Om Namo Mantra is right there for you. Now, if we go back, we also have the Pali morning meditation, which is done every day at schools in Thailand also. Let me keep going back here. I want to get back to our files. Here we go. Brochure, very important. Very important. Okay, these are blank brochures. Notice right here is allergy, rat card, back pain, cancer, diabetes. Read me, that's notes on all of them, excuse me. SomaVeda, a blank SomaVeda brochure. A SomaVeda sport blank brochure, a weight loss blank brochure. So for example, the most common thing that people have is back pain. So I'm going to open that up. And here you go. It's a PDF file. It's a two-sided information card. How SomaVeda helps back pain. And it's short and sweet, down and dirty, factual and researched information about how SomaVeda assist in curing back pain. And so this card is printable. You can take the PDF of this card, you can download it, and you can take it to your printer, to Staples, to some online printer. I use both. And you can have 25 or 125 or 500 of these made. And every time someone comes to see you, you can give them a card or cards, or all of them, which are appropriate for them, so that they can be informed. And this is really good marketing. By the way, proven to work. Clients who are given printed information about the benefits of exactly what you're offering tend to have a higher level of interest, make bigger commitments, and send you more referrals. So if you're not getting referrals, if you're not getting people to come back after that first visit, it's because you haven't really shared enough information with them. Now, I also want to say this, written information, brochures and cards, people love to take something home in their hands. And if you don't have this information available, well, you're just simply not considered to be as professional as someone who does. And so we got a great list to start with here. Allergies, back pain, cancer, diabetes. Here's the blank SomaVeda brochure. This is one that everybody should have. Again, it's a trifold brochure. It covers the specific basis, a special emphasis on therapeutic day, because I want to help you sell programs, not sessions. I want you to be non-repetitive. I want you to be sophisticated clinician, clinical Thai yoga practice. Also, right here, you can either put your name and phone number. You can staple your business card right here at this section on the card. I'm going to scroll down so you can see a little better. Okay. Or you can get a stamp made and you can stamp the brochure. What you do is you get 25 or 100 of these 4-color trifold. They're not expensive. And you make sure that you hand them out anywhere that there might be somebody who is interested in your service. Now, here's the blank brochure we have for Thai Yoga Therapy and Sports Performance. I want to reiterate, you probably heard me say this in class. I have a history for almost 40 years doing SomaVeda Thai Yoga with professional athletes, world-class professional athletes, and many, many different disciplines, including Olympic athletes, even several gold medal athletes, high-performance athletes, world-ranked tennis players, pole vaulters, weightlifters, boxers, kickboxers, Thai boxers, etc., etc., and so can you. In the world of high-performance sports, bicycling, running, jogging. One of my former clients was a world champion ultra marathoner. In fact, he kind of invented the sport. And he loved and loves Thai yoga. Okay, but you want to know how to market it to these people, and this is how you open the door. Okay, is you want to have a nice brochure, front and back, a nice brochure that tells you the straight out benefits of why someone should do Thai yoga if they are an athlete or a high performance yogi, swimmer, boxer, kickboxer, runner, jumper, climber, weightlifter, martial artist. I don't care what it is. This is a niche. You can make everything that you hope and dream for from income potential from the work I've given you just by promoting and marketing it to athletic and high performance athletes. Okay, I've given you the brochure. Now, you can print them out yourself. All the blanks are in the Dropbox, or if you send me an email, there is a price list there too. I'll print them and send them to you. Now, I'll charge a little bit to do that, but it'll still be reasonable, and it'll save you the hassle of having to locate a printer and do it yourself. Okay, now let's move on to some other important things. Here's one. How about the title of this? How to Win in Court. How to Win in Court. There are two ways. One is to practice under NAIC Legal Shield. That way you never have to go to court. But if you do, you want to be knowledgeable. Right now, in this contentious world of mandates and governments losing their mind and boards and companies losing their mind, and you trying to sort out what you're doing, listening to Anderson Pooper and Gates, MS, BS channels, and so on and so forth. It's really, really hard to know what the actual law is as it relates to you. And I want to say that there's no excuse not to know it. One, we have a lot of the research and up-to-date facts in courses at Learn Thai Yoga. That's one thing for sure. Another is we have several courses in legal guidelines. One is the Red Book, Legal Guidelines for Practitioners, and the other is a course that we have, which is actually a degree program in law called How to Win in Court. How to Win in Court. It's actually super, super inexpensive. And you can look here. And when I say inexpensive, look right here, $249. Okay, $249 for a law degree. Our law school is licensed law school in the state of Florida. Okay, just make a note. Our law school is licensed as a law school in the state of Florida. So if you click on the link that I've given to you in the article here under How to Win in Court, okay, then there you go. You can... I want to make sure I got this right. Yeah. If you click on the link there, you can sign up for this $249 course, and in a couple of months, you can have a JD degree. It is not going to qualify you for the bar. That's not the intention. The intention is to give you a concrete knowledge of how the law works and applies to you, how to handle yourself in small claims court, in criminal court, and other courts, or any court that someone would put you in. And then what you do is you can either be your own legal representation, or if you have to hire a lawyer, you are knowledgeable about what they're doing and what you want to expect from them. Okay? Which most people don't have that. All right. Now I'm going to jump around a little bit. Most of you should remember that Thai Yoga Center, SomaVeda College of Natural Medicine are seminaries of the Native American Indigenous Church. Okay? The Native American Indigenous Church. The Native American Indigenous Church is not just, quote unquote, a Native American church, not just a Native American church. If you read my bio on the church website at SomaVeda.com, you'll see that I have traced my genealogy, Native American genealogy, through my father for 11 generations to my 11th grandfather, Wakandajka, in the 1600s. Wakandajka was Catholic, and he was a Christian. And every grandfather since him in my family to me has been a Christian, has been a practicing Christian. In other words, our whole Native American family from the 1600s to the present day is a Christian. My wife's family, who are Sac and Fox Sioux and currently live on the Sac and Fox Sioux Reservation in Shawnee, Oklahoma, are Christian. My Crow family are Christian. So don't be surprised when you hear Native Americans talking about their belief in Christianity and even using the Bible occasionally. It happens. And the rest of you know I'm also a native bishop in the Orthodox Catholic Christian Church. That's pretty darn Christian. We have a Bible that's unique to us. It's called the First Nations Version, an indigenous translation of the New Testament. So if you want to read the Bible the way that a Native American reads the Bible, and to have an idea of the variation of how we interpret the teachings of Mother Earth spirituality and the Christian New Testament, then I want you to get a copy of this First Nations version here at beardedmedia.com. It will blow your mind. If you take any Bible verse you've ever read, take the Lord's Prayer, take any verse and read it, and be ready to have your mind opened. Okay, have your mind open. So that's enough I'm going to say about that. That is located at beardedmedia.com, which is our official seminary, church, school, yoga center, college website, beardedmedia.com. Okay, and at beardedmedia.com, we have many, many different things. We have, for example, we have products to protect you from ELF, EMF radiation. Let me see if I can find one here. For example, at Thai Yoga Center, you can look for this page here, which says SomaVeda quantum scalar radiation devices with radionic homeopathic tuning. Let that page load. And right now, everyone is being assailed by 5G, EMF, ELF radiation from every direction, from your phone, from your computer, from your wireless. And it is a factor in your health. It is a factor in your client's health. And if you can't find anything else wrong with them, I guarantee that this is one of the things that are primarily wrong with them, or it's contributing to them not being well. So I've written an article here for you, but it's also for your clients. Okay. And remember, this advice coming from me is from not just the Ajahn of SomaVeda Thai Yoga or traditional Thai medicine, but I have an MD degree and I have 4 other doctorate and or PhD degrees in natural medicine and related. So I get to have a pretty good opinion about what affects your health. And I'm telling you for a fact, everybody I know who's in the know is using 5G, ELF, EMF protection. Okay. And then here's the thing. These devices I make or I have made by German and or Japanese engineers. I use 2 different firms, one in Japan, one in Germany, who make devices to my specifications. And then when I receive these specifications, these devices, I then use my AO scan and my Copeland Mark II homeopathic radionic simulation machine to tune their frequencies further for healing specifically, and I do sets of frequencies. So for example, here's 3 sets of frequencies: scalar frequency 1, scalar frequency 2, scalar frequency 3. It encompasses all the chakras, all of the lymphatic congestion, immune system, stress, anxieties, depressions, common things like hypoxia, low oxygen, back pain, etc. Okay, and there's many different devices. So there are stick-on shields, QSRS shields, which you can actually put on your phone. Okay. There are pendants like I'm wearing right here. When I'm working on a computer, I always have my scalar shield pendant, which is a shungite stone, Bian stone, shungite stone with other features, other minerals, 32 different minerals altogether, but primarily shungite, okay, for its anti-radiation properties. And of course, I wear this over my thymus and heart to give me a beach ball size protective umbrella. We've tested these at airports. If you go through an airport, backscatter radar, which I don't recommend you fly right now because it's kind of tricky. But if you do, when you go through the backscatter radar, be prepared for the TSA to call you over for further inspection, because on the backscatter radar, a negative ion producing shungite pendant of this size produces a ball of light, gold light, about this big. It's non-metallic, it's non-radioactive, and they want to know what the heck that is because they don't know what that is. Okay, they'll scan you with the wand, and then you'll say it's a ceramic lava stone, and they're like, okay, and off you go. It is allowed, okay, but they'll freak out. So we've done this. Of course, I have my own anion meters that I use to test my own products, and it shows right here how these will test out on an anion meter. Also, here's the bracelet, which I wear all day, every day. Okay, all day, every day, which is also tuned with all those homeopathic frequencies, although this one is tuned to me personally and my health needs personally. But these bracelets are really attractive. They're silicone, they're stainless steel, they're almost indestructible. And again, they also have super neomagnets, so producing a negative ion electromagnetic field which will penetrate the superficial arteries and capillaries in your vein, giving you a passive blood electrification the whole time that you're working and wearing them. I'm most proud of my QSRS right here, Blessed Scalar Energy 5G and Radionic Homeopathic Life Card Talisman. By the way, right here I'm going to say, please hang to the end of this video. I have a special gift for you at the end of this video if you watch all the way through. Okay? The talisman, this is a card, and actually I'm going to grab one. Excuse me one sec. I know we're never supposed to have dead air on the video, but it's worth it. Check this out. See if I can get it to focus. Maybe I have to bring it back a little bit. But it is thicker, slightly thicker than a credit card, but will fill in your wallet. It's made with 32 layers of mineral infusions, including shungite as one of the major ones. It has antenna sacred geometry, an antenna, Tesla coil antenna, and a Kabbalah tree of life and sacred geometry Merkaba symbol, which is also inlaid into the material of the card. Okay, these 32 layers in a super high-tech process, high-temperature vacuum process, are squeezed together to make this one very durable card. The back of it, again, has the sacred geometry, sacred symbology for the tree of life, Merkaba, all 7 chakras, 8-pointed cross of the Beatitudes, plus affirmations, which are for healing and enlightenment and transcendental consciousness. But the beautiful part about this is this produces more passive anions, negative ions, than anything else I have. And you can carry this in your wallet. It's paramagnetic. It's not going to decharge or ruin any of your credit cards. But you can also place it on any part of your body that is having an issue, sore or inflamed, and you can bring scalar energy. It also radiates far infrared passively. Okay, but mostly it's 10,000 ions, which is 3 times the ambient anionic production of a free-falling waterfall. And so as I'm just sitting here holding the card, I'm actually breathing negative ions at 3 times the rate that I would be breathing them if I was sitting at the foot of a sacred waterfall. And the other thing that nobody else making anything even remotely similar has is I personally tune every one of these cards with 35 healing frequencies using my radionic homeopathic simulators. Okay, AOScan and others. I personally do that. And then I put them on my altar and I personally bless them. So nobody else, no other card manufacturer does anything that's even remotely like this. You need this for yourself. You need it for your clients. You can put it under your pillow when you sleep. You can put it under the pillow when you're doing a Thai yoga session. You can put it under the mat that a client is being treated on. You can get 6 of them and put one under the pillow, put one under all 4 corners of the mat, and one under their feet and one under their body, and so on, to make a radionic shield that you're working with your client. And if that way, we call it Taylor, using a tool-assisted energy line release mechanism. Okay. But of course, you can do that with the bracelet if you want. You can do that with the pendant if you want. You can use these very many ways. You can treat water with this when you drink it. You want to make scalar water? Put it on this. Put that water in a blender. Make scalar vortex water. Put that water in a strong magnetic field and make biomagnetic scalar water. And then I also have, and my newest thing, which is actually not the card. My newest QSRS product is beautiful, and it's right here. Gold Life Defense Pendant. Gold Life Defense Pendant. All 32 layers that are in the life card, okay, but at slightly higher concentration, okay, because I have a container here, okay, are inside of this stainless steel gold treated medallion, which we're calling Life Defense Medallion. It produces 10,000 ions per second passively, and it's got a nice long chain so you can wear it around your neck. And it also it's adjustable. And then on the back, it also has the super neo magnet, far infrared emitting, and bien stones actually inlaid into the gold. Okay, it's 10 micron, 24 karat gold. So if you also believe in the benefits of gold anions, you're getting some gold anions because it's passively producing far infrared. When the infrared hits the gold atoms, it produces ionized gold, which you then can infuse, you can breathe, and so on. Again, you can treat water with this, you can treat your food with this, you can use it to clear an environment. Personally, I think the best thing is that you should wear this, and perhaps when you're sleeping, put it under your pillow. Okay. Also makes a good gift because it's shiny and it's gold, and people like shiny and gold things. Okay, we're moving along here. We are almost getting there. So I was talking about bearded media, but also what's at bearded media? Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine products, and my favorite, t-shirts. We have Thai yoga clothing, so that you can show your professional self in a stylish way wearing one of the designs. And actually, there are many, many of these designs. And I'm using them in class. We're using them in class now. They're just beautiful, these t-shirts. And there's all kinds, men and women's, and so on. And then also we have books. And you want to get into the Native American part of what we're teaching here at NAIC, then what you want to do is you want to look in the Native American books, and you want to get the books like Black Elk's Teachings and The Sixth Grandfather and Black Elk Speaks and The Sacred Pipe. These are the core teachings of NAIC. Black Elk's considered to be one of our grandfather teachers because he was one of my father's teachers, and he was several other influential medicine men and women in my life. He was one of their teachers also. All right, moving on real quick here. I mentioned APNA several times. APNA is the Ayurvedic Association of Professionals of North America. Okay. Let's see what we come up with when I click this. Association of Ayurvedic Professionals of North America, okay, which is kind of interesting because this, you might find this interesting. As of right now, we have 223,948 supporting members of APNA. We are the largest Ayurvedic association outside of India and formally recognized by Ayush and the national government of India. Ayush actually participates in our programs, okay? Our members are in over 134 countries. Can you believe it? What a blessing. Dr. Shekhar and I started this organization in 2002. I've been a part of it from the very beginning. Let me skip over here and just show you. Here's a Board of Advisors for APNA, and you see right there on the second row, Dr. James, smiley face. That's me right there. That's me right there. And David Frawley and the others, Diane Laurie, and many famous doctors from India, also on the advisory board. I'm one of the U.S. advisory board members, state of Florida representative, and very proud to be a member. But what I wanted to show you is that if you go to apna.org, okay, aapna.org, okay, even as a non-graduate, you can get a free support membership. Just click on this link and you can put your information in. Be sure to list the Thai Yoga Center or NAIC Thai Yoga Center or SCNM Thai Yoga Center on your application, and you can get a free APNA membership and show your support for Ayurveda in the U.S. and worldwide. And then you can also, once you're a member, you can participate in the many Ayurveda conferences that we host. Now, quite a few of you have actually attended conferences that I presented in. I've presented at several of the international conferences on Ayurveda, going back to the very beginning. Okay, but for example, we've got World Ayurveda Day coming up in October 2022. We've got Ayurveda and thyroid in February coming up. We've got Ayurveda for healthy living and and April, I'm definitely one of the presenters for that. You just click on these and you can actually join us for a live or online Ayurveda conference. All right, boy, I'm getting tired. I know you are too. 2 more things. All right. 1, continuing education. So if you're not planning on continuing your education in a live course or in a live practice, okay, then I want you to go to learnthaiyoga.teachable.com, and I want you to enroll in this course for $16 a month, okay, for $16 a month. And for $16 a month, you get access to 40 different professional courses, over 733 lectures, 436 video demos, 88 audio lectures, 162 free textbooks, over 852 hours of professional Thai yoga and related educational content, etc., which is self-paced, and you have unlimited access to all of this as long as you are an active member, and you are also free to unenroll at any time. I hope you don't, because this really supports the church and the school. But if you do sign up for us, then take it to heart. These will help you build your practice. There are incredible courses that are part of this Jumpstart program. For example, the basics, what is Thai yoga? There are additional lectures on level 1. There are additional lectures on natural solutions for infections, level 2 concepts, clinical applications, bolster magic, northern classes on Nuat Buran or northern style, nutrition course, legal guidelines course. It's an actual course. What we do in the blind school, using Taylor or tools, jhana yoga, how to puja, Ayurvedic nutrition, another nutritional course, carpal tunnel, mental focus, meditation. Oh, I'm going on. Just prosperity courses are worth their weight in gold. Okay. If you how to build leadership skills, but this is targeted for your practice. How to treat mental illness in your practice. How to focus on it. Okay. There's a coloring book, Heart Opening Designs. Check out my coloring book. I'm surprised more people haven't had a look at the coloring book. I know some of you like to do coloring books. Okay. How to start a home-based clinical business. Even during COVID crazy, you can start a business and you can be successful. I know people who are doing it. Okay. I know how to be positive. Who doesn't need that right now? What else? Okay. Seated position, adjuncts, and what? You get access to all of these in this one program. But no matter what, I'm enrolling everybody who graduates and any of your clients who ask for in 2 other courses. One is called Insight into Vaccines for Thai Yoga, Ayurveda, and Healing Arts Practitioners, questions and answers to vaccine issues for yoga therapists and families. Okay, don't be misled by that. It is not just for yoga enthusiasts, Ayurveda enthusiasts. This is the most hardcore, concentrated course on vaccine issues that you will find anywhere. You won't find a more hardcore course anywhere, and it's the unfiltered truth. Okay. Also, I'm including natural solutions for corona, flu, and novel virus infections, which again is not just about the virus, is not just about the test, the PCR test, the rapid test, the instant home test, the problems with masks in children in schools, mandates, but also strategies on how to deal with side effects of perceived infections related to corona, variations, vaccinations, all that. One place where you can dive deep and you can become an expert in corona-related issues, these 2 courses, and you will become an expert. And there are many resources in them for further investigation. Right now, all Thai Yoga practitioners, all SomaVeda Thai Yoga practitioners should have it on their bucket list that how one way or the other you want to become an expert. And I don't mean an expert at quoting Anderson Cooper, CNN, Gates, MSNBC, bobbly head pundits, Faucisms, NIH, CDC, and so on. I'm going to tell you what they're really saying behind the scenes. I'm going to show you what the CDC really has to say about case rates, vaccine rates, adverse vaccination responses, the actual risk of death from all of these things. You're going to find that in these courses. Okay, that's it. I'm right in an hour. In 5 minutes, I've passed my allotted time by 5 minutes. God bless. Thank you for coming this far. Here's the bonus. If you come this far in the video, okay, and if you will respond to this video with a like, a share, and a comment, okay, you got it? A like, a share, and a comment on the video on YouTube, okay, then I will put your name in a drawing for a set of the QSRS devices. That is 1 gold pendant, 1 shungite pendant, 1 bracelet, 1 QSRS bracelet, and 6 QRS tabs, and 1 life card, 1 QRS and iron 5G protection life card. A whole set of all of them. And all you have to do to qualify is like, share, and subscribe to this video. If 1 person likes, shares, and subscribes to this video, you win. You get it. If 2 people, then we're going to flip for it. If 3 people, we're going to put your names in a hat. If it's 100 people, we're going to put 100 numbers in a random number generator, and we're going to run the numbers, and whatever number comes up, 1 through 100, I'm going to mail you at my expense, shipping included, a complete set of the QRS scalar 5G EMF ELF protective devices that are coming to you from myself and from SomaVeda. Okay, that's the best I can offer you. God bless. And if you have any questions about any of this, email, call, or email preferred. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in class. Popcorn Mike Hop, have a terrific new year. I'll see you soon. God bless. I'm praying for every one of you.